Most people get stuck at the beginner level in trading for far longer than they should. Not months, years. Not because they're stupid. Not because they're lazy. Not because the market isn't fair. They stay stuck because they keep repeating one behavior that guarantees they never move forward. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most traders aren't failing due to lack of knowledge. They're failing because they keep resetting their progress. Almost everyone starts the same way. They learn the basics, support and resistance, candlestick patterns, risk management. They understand enough to feel like they're getting closer, but the results never change. Maybe break even. Maybe one good month followed by several bad ones. Constant frustration. No real momentum. And they don't understand why. The reason is simple, but hard to accept. Every time results dip, the assumption is the strategy must be the problem. So the search begins again. A new setup, a new system, a new indicator, a new edge. The strategy gets tested for 20 or 30 trades. Sometimes it works briefly. Then variance hits, losses show up as they always do, confidence disappears, and the strategy gets abandoned. Then the cycle repeats. This is what keeps the majority of traders stuck forever. It feels like exploration, it feels productive, it feels smart, but it's not progress, it's sabotage. Every time you switch strategies, you reset your learning curve back to zero. You erase pattern recognition, you erase familiarity, you erase discipline, you force yourself to relearn the same lessons again and again. You're not searching for the right strategy, you're pressing the reset button. Here's what most people miss. It does not matter if a better strategy exists. There will always be a strategy that performs better on paper. Always. That's irrelevant. What actually determines profitability is execution quality. And execution quality only improves when the same rules are followed repeatedly over a long period of time. A strategy doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be exciting. It doesn't need to have a massive win rate. It just needs to be profitable and traded consistently. Most people never reach that because they quit too early. 20 trades means nothing. 50 trades still mean very little. Even 100 trades is barely enough to understand what's normal. But most traders never get even close to that sample size because they abandon the strategy the moment discomfort appears. And discomfort always appears. Every strategy, even world-class ones, has losing streaks. Some lose 40 to 50% of the time and still make money because risk is controlled and winners are larger than losers. But if you haven't traded a setup long enough, you don't know what a normal losing streak looks like. 5 losses in a row feels like failure. It feels broken. It feels dangerous. It's none of those things. It's just variance. But because you lack data and familiarity, you panic and switch, usually right before the strategy would have stabilized. This is why most traders stay trapped in an endless loop of starting over. There is no hidden answer coming. There is no super system waiting to be discovered. There is no strategy that removes uncertainty. The solution is boring, and that's why people avoid it. Real progress comes from committing to one setup through winning streaks, losing streaks, good markets, bad markets, boredom, frustration, and doubt. Professional traders don't jump systems constantly. They specialize. They trade it in every condition. They build data. They develop intuition that cannot be learned from videos or books. That intuition only comes from repetition. Meanwhile, most beginners become addicted to learning. They mistake consumption for improvement. More videos, more discords, more charts, more theories. It feels productive, but it's just avoidance. Learning is safe. Execution is not. Doing the same setup over and over is boring. It's uncomfortable. There's no dopamine hit, so people distract themselves with research instead. This phase is normal early on, but it should not last forever. If you've been in this cycle longer than a year, it's no longer learning, it's procrastination. Knowledge does not pay you, skill does. And skill is built one way, repetition under real conditions. Not by trying everything, not by chasing perfection, not by collecting strategies. Specialists win, generalists stay stuck. You don't become elite by sampling 20 approaches. You become elite by going deep on one. That means choosing a setup that fits you, not what's trending online, writing down clear rules, and committing to it long enough for the data to matter. No switching, no tweaking mid-sample, no emotional decisions. Minimum 100 trades before judging anything. Track every trade. Journal every mistake. Review patterns honestly. At first, it will seem slow, then boring, then uncomfortable, then frustrating. That's normal. That's where most people quit. If you push through, something changes. You start recognizing high-quality setups earlier. You know which trades to skip. You feel when conditions are favorable and when they are. Not because you learned more, but because you did more. That's real transition. From consuming to executing. From theory to practice. From beginner to professional thinking. Most people never make that shift because commitment is scary. Losing money is scary. Being wrong is scary. So they hide in learning mode and tell themselves they're not ready yet. They're lying to themselves. If you understand trends, support, and resistance, risk management, stops, and position sizing, you already know enough. Everything beyond that is noise. The way out of the beginner phase is simple, but not easy. Pick one setup, define exact rules, trade only that setup for 6 months, no switching, no distractions, no resets, track everything, review honestly, let the data speak, do this and confidence follows. Consistency follows, results follow. The market rewards mastery and punishes dabbling. You've been dabbling. It's time to commit. 6 months, one setup, That's the difference between staying stuck forever and finally moving forward. Subscribe for more real content.